Hello. There's a cat just walking around, so there's going to be like random cats in this. I don't really check in like this on YouTube, but here I am. Hello, it is a little update. Sorry I've been quite quiet on it. Maybe this video will explain something, but I come to you with news, with things. I've been awarded a DYCP, that is a Develop Your Creative Practice from the Arts Council England. And the idea of this is not for a particular project or tour or show or anything. It's for personal growth, for you to figure shit out and sort yourself out, develop, play, learn, all of those things. And that's what I need to do right now. So back towards the end of last year, with the help of Adam Carver, the lovely Adam Carver, assisting me on application support, I applied for it because I didn't think that sort of thing was for someone like me, right? And when I say someone like me, because I consider my work to be, compared to the sort of things that in my head or my own understanding of funding, I thought my work was too frivolous, didn't have as much of a message, and also I'd kind of made do, and I'd always just sort of worked within my means and doing what I could in order to make things work. Like I never tried to fund anything I couldn't already afford, or the bar was set so low that even if something didn't work out, it didn't really matter. You know, there wasn't a great risk involved. And I thought, because of these things, well, I'd made it work and I'm a bit sort of frivolous and silly, that it wasn't for me. And then Adam, being very lovely, explained that, no, that's exactly why, you know, you're someone that should apply for funding, because, you know, you've proven that you can make things work anyway. So what can you do with that help? That's why you should ask for help, because you've proven you can work without it. So now do it. And in terms of the work being in frivolous, no, it is possible to put the fun into funding. So the reason I applied for this, over the past few years, sort of both professionally and personally, there's been a lot of changes, and that's sort of thrown me sideways quite a bit. Just sort of figuring out who, or knowing who I am. Lots of mixed messages, lots of external sources saying I should be and do certain things or certain expectations, or even if it's not outright saying those are the expectations, it's just heavily suggested those are the expectations that weren't kind of in line with what I thought I was about, and I just sort of got in my head a bit, and the impact of that is essentially I just sort of stopped creating, right? I stopped creating and doing things to what I used to, because I was, you know, took a while ago now, but I was quite prolific, right? I would have an idea and I would go for it, and whether it works or not didn't matter. I'd still play around and do it. And now the issue was that I was working with people and in fields and on stages where I couldn't mess around, I couldn't experiment, I couldn't play. I just had to do, right? So Club Cataclysm, which was the tour I did in 2022, I loved, right? But there was no process for that. I wasn't given the space, a work in progress, you know, the ability to work with other people to form something. And though actually that tour was one of my favorites I've ever done, I need the ability again to take that pressure off and not just have to, okay, cool, your first show is in front of 400 people. That's not how I worked before. You know, I had the ability to, I can try this here and try this. I'll go to that friend's show and do this. And I'd like that back, really. And I'm now going to be doing that sort of thing again, which is really exciting. But what a DYCP does is it allows me to invest time and money into that messing around and into working with other people and discovering things about myself and just sort of working on my art again. So, I'm being visited. Hello. Work on my art again. I'll be making physical theatre about cats. But it's things like I'll be working with stand-up mentors. Physical theatre is one of them, which is one of the bits I'm most excited about, because that's not something I would normally consider, but I wanted to do that because I felt that I was no longer really connected so much to my body on stage anymore. I was just kind of there. And I want that to be a consideration again. So I'd like to go to someone that works with physical theatre and to teach me some things. And that's not something I would have been able to fund myself. And what the cool thing about there's writing feedback, some dramaturgy, there's directing, there is, what else am I doing? Research trips to go see other people, and all of this is covered. Right, all of these people helping me are being compensated properly, and they're being paid what they ask for, what they deserve. This was the process of this is quite intense. It's not, I don't know if people who are unfamiliar with the Arts Council, it's not like, can I have this money? Yeah, here, have this money, and now we don't care. There's a big process with this. So, each of these people were asked, what would you like for this? And that puts in a thing, and that is the money I'm given because that is their money. And also the cool thing about this is I get paid from this. So I get paid to learn and do these things, which is something I've never been able to do before. And it feels like the right time because I've been questioning sort of where I stand in a creative sphere, and I feel ready to create again. And I've been very quiet on a creative front because I've, as I said, just thrown a bit sideways. Are you back again? It'd be lovely to do more original work as well, and I think it really affords me the time and space and inspiration. So this is the update, and I'm telling you, the reason I'm telling you I want to share things is maybe things will appear on YouTube and you'll think, what is wrong with this man? And then you can look at this video and go, the Arts Council is what's wrong with this man. They encouraged him. They made him do these things. He filled out many, many forms. He sent things and they said, have this money to be a lunatic. And I'm very, very excited, and I feel very inspired again, and I can't wait to work with all the people that that I'm working with. And I don't know what else to say other than thanks very much for listening, and expect the unexpected, I suppose. Goodbye.